Oh, love seeing all those beautiful faces. Welcome to the Phriendly Pod, folks. Time where 5 lifelong best friends get together over video to talk about popular topics, catch up, play some games. If you like what you see, I'm probably doing this out of order. Hit us up on Instagram at friendlypod or our email at friendlypod@gmail.com. First thing I want to do for the boys here is ask how you're doing and what you're drinking.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, you know what? Let's introduce the guys, too.
What's up, Mike?
There you go.
I'm Mike.
Man, that was smooth as butter.
That was good.
I liked
I'm
it.
Steve.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Zach, and I'm drinking Tired Hands.
And I'm Ben, and I'm also drinking Tired Hands.
I'm drinking water.
Lame.
Josh,
I'm going
crazy.
with Kinsey.
Ooh, a little local whiskey there.
Oh,
Local
Kinsey.
establishment, just a stone's throw away from my apartment. You
I'm,
could throw
I'm
a
drinking-
stone very far.
I'm drinking local Guinness.
Ah,
I'm not gonna lie, Steve. It looks like you got a wig on under that.
dude, I know. Check this thing out.
Oh, wow.
Hide your kids.
That's some throwback Steve hair right there.
Yeah, dude.
Almost.
It's almost there.
You
I
look
cannot
like
wait
you
to
should
get a
work.
haircut.
You look like you should be a bicycle messenger or work at some like photo development lab. I
I
don't know.
steal all the negative
Definitely got a-
photos.
A big
That's
caviar bag on the back of his bike.
I was going to say, I moonlight as a beat poet,
Excellent.
That's funny as hell.
a hipster beat poet.
Well, Steve, how you feeling? How you doing? You're talking a lot here, so let's start with you.
Yeah, sure. I since we last recorded, I have beaten Corona and turned 31. So it's been
Woo!
a very thank you. I'm not
Happy
dead.
birthday.
Yeah, it's been an eventful week and a half, or 2 weeks, I guess. It sucked. It's not fun. Corona's not fun for everyone who says it doesn't exist. It very much does. Thankfully, I didn't have any breathing issues, but I did have a very high fever, and the brain fog is very real. Like, I couldn't come up with words. Like, I was trying to write and work while I was sick, and it just
That
Nothing.
explains the mustache.
Wow. That would really
Yeah.
affect your ability to write poetry. I
right.
imagine.
My beat poetry took a
Yeah.
dive.
Yeah.
Really
I'm
challenging.
confused, though. This is just regular Steve. So what's different?
I think the fever brain has affected me long term. I also can't smell or taste anything right now, so that's been a pretty nice.
Heard that
treat.
might take a while.
So how's
Yeah.
the Kinsey?
I can tell that it's alcohol because it burns,
Oh,
but other than that, it's,
That might be a great YouTube channel idea.
it
You
sounds
just
like you
you
should be drinking
review
Listerine.
like pungent tasting things, but you can't taste or smell anything.
taste or smell it. Just durian fruit
Yeah,
the entire time.
that's funny.
No, thank you.
But yeah, that's me.
Good.
Ben?
Good.
What's up? What's up? Just living my dream here. You know, living the dad life. I spend every day with my son. Some days are better than others. Today he decided not to nap.
Nice.
Meant that my day was awful, but now I get to hang out with you guys, and you know that makes it all worth it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do
It's
too.
very nice. Very nice, Ben.
Hmm.
I think we are probably a worse part of your day than spending time with your son.
Most of the time, like 99%, I agree. Until he has gone like 6 hours without a nap, and then I get
That's
less
a pretty low
interested.
bar for us.
I get
Less
less
interested.
interested.
Wow. Well, let's pack this up. Let's hope this is a good episode then. To keep.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah. That's the bar. That's the bar. You guys just got to get right over that. Just scooch right over that.
Fair.
So, Zach, you were doing some home improvements today, right?
Yeah, kind of.
You're so
I
crafty.
I am not the crafty one. I just bang nails into shit and eyeball where things go.
I just bang shit.
Yeah. You paused a little bit after bang, and I'm
Yeah. Yeah, if our relationship's a little bit like Chip and Joanna Gaines, where like I just break shit and use hammers.
And she
And-
finesses
So
everything
Reno
else.
Day is your favorite day, or
Yeah.
not? What's it called? Not Reno Day. What? The day
Demo.
when we get to
Demo day?
Demo Day.
Demo
Demo Day. Gosh, see, I got dad brain.
Nailed it.
Although if you go through B's Instagram, I made some pretty swag succulent wall art too.
I did see
Oh
that.
shoot!
Ooh, I need to look
that
at
was
that.
on me, but that was like 2 or 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
Sick.
So crafty.
I try to be.
Yeah. We have plenty of time to hone our craft here and our new hobbies during the last 12 months or so.
Right.
Jay, you
Indeed.
feeling good? Everybody feeling good?
Yeah, I feel great.
All right. Well, let's talk about the songs we added this past 2 weeks, since the last episode. Things are getting funkier and funkier. I like it. I'll just go around the horn. I'll start with Steve.
Yeah, the one that I'll talk about that I added, I added kind of things all over the place. I mean, I did one by Coin, one by Greta Van Fleet, which I thought was a fun little departure from our norm.
He sings his little took us off in that one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty sweet. But the one I'll talk about is the one from Coin. I originally, it's called Crash My Car. It's like, Coin, I used to just think, okay, they just sing talk too much, and that's all they got. But this song, it's vibey. It's like a little indie rock pop kind of blend. And I actually originally heard it when they released a 2020 like YouTube concert. And it's free. You can go watch it right now. And my buddy Matt from DC showed it to me. And he's like, this is this band. You know this band, but you don't know these songs. Tell me if you like it. And I watched like 3 songs. I'm like, these guys are really good. He's like, yeah, it's Coin. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That song's very good.
But they have a really cool stage presence, and they perform the hell out of it on the YouTube thing, and it's been kind of stuck in my head ever since. So I figured I'd share. And it's a cool song. It's really well put together. I think it's pretty dynamic, and it's a cool, fun running song for me. And
Yeah.
I'm finally back into running as of today after I've been sick for 10 days. So pretty
Awesome.
stoked about it.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a good one.
Nice. You can not crash my car, but I don't hate the song.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, let's have your input then here on your songs.
Certainly. So I added a 3 different, pretty distinct genres of song. I went with a Bones of J.R. Jones jam that I just can't get out of my head. I think it's a great driving song. It's called Stay Wild. And then I added a real like pump you up song called Canceled by Slow Tie featuring Skepta. It's a fantastic banger, but the song I really want to present or unpack. Oh, Josh,
I was just hoping you were going to highlight Canceled.
you wanted me to do Canceled?
I'll throw it in here real quick before you go on to your actual song. If you have not listened to this song, I really highly recommend you go to YouTube and watch the music video, because the music video is them recreating classic scenes of horror movies and like thrillers, and it's awesome. So go watch that. They like do the scene from Psycho, American Psycho. They have like throwing people into the back of a trunk from like Goodfellas. It's awesome.
I haven't
check it
watched
out.
the music video, so
Yeah.
wow, I got to check that out. Yeah, there's a couple songs off Slow Tie's newest album that I really like, but the one I picked is because of the good weather that we're currently experiencing. And it was kind of a late edition, but it's by The Maine, which is a band that some of us have been familiar with for a very long time. and they've kind of evolved through the years. They started as like a real teeny bopper pop punk band with some really heinous lyrics, and honestly, they haven't really gone anywhere since. But they've grown up just like the slightest bit to more of an alternative sound. But the song that they just put out this week is called Sticky. And it's just an absolute like spring bop where you can bop around to it. The chorus it's sticky, just like the song in my head. And it absolutely is accurate to this hook, just earworming into your brain and just like never letting go. So I've made my wife listen to it so many times, and she'll hate it next week, but for now she's pretty okay with it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
If it wasn't labeled The Main, I would not have guessed that was the band that we used to listen to back in the day at all.
Mm-hmm.
True. I like how you went through this whole. They went through this big transformation, and then just kept calling it a bopper.
Yeah, I mean, so I think about it, like the lyrics to their songs that I liked 10 years ago were pretty corny and cliche, but I still like them. They're still pretty corny and cliche.
It's okay to be corny and cliche.
There's nothing wrong with that. We listened to me and Steve listened to Hot Shell Ray on repeat on a 3.5 hour ride to DC once, and that is the epitome of what you're describing.
Yep.
That was a good car ride. We were singing a lot in that car.
Yeah,
for sure.
Nice. Zach?
Okay. I did not do any prep work for this, so I'm going to wing it.
That's fine.
The first song I added was called Gaslight by a band Diveliner. Don't know anything about him or the band.
Oh, that song.
Love the song. Rest of the album was a little bit of a letdown, but that song probably my most played of the last 2 weeks. I also added a song from A Step Ahead called Kicked in the Face, and that's basically the definition that Ben just described of teeny bopper pop punk, but it's got a great like guitar riff in it, and it's just the kind of music that I like to listen to, especially as the weather warms up. But the one I'll spend a little bit of time on is from Challenger Deep, which if the episodes aren't out of order, I talked about an Atlanta band, Coletta. These guys actually toured with them in like 2019.
Interesting.
And this is the only band that didn't just like kind of fall in my lap, because I've always loved this like instrumental prog rock genre. So bands like Polyphia, Chon, Intervals, and I was looking for like, have any of these guys put out any music in the last couple months? And none of them really have. So I had to do a little deep dive and find a band in that genre that was actually like putting out music, and I found these guys.
It's a badass song.
Yeah,
it is.
I've listened to that on loop in my daily walks, just because I love instrumental stuff.
Yep.
I didn't like look them up and find out like who's playing what in that band, but one of the guitarists is just like the king of tapping, because there's like a section the last 2 minutes of the song, guy does not stop tapping.
Yeah, well, if you like that and you haven't listened to Polyphia, go do that.
Okay.
It's not Polyphia?
Nope.
Damn it.
Saying
it wrong.
The lead guitarist of Polyphia, Tim Henson, is just an absolute magician.
Yeah. It's insane.
I think they got a new drummer after. I forgot the album name, but they recently got a new drummer who's pretty badass too. So that's
cool.
Nice.
I added 3 kind of all sort of around the same genre. First one was A Day to Remember, Mind Reader, a band we all have listened to at some point. This kind of just popped up on my release radar, and it was one of those songs you hear come on at the gym, and then 30 seconds in, you're like, oh, I'm going to take a look at what this is.
Used to thrash with their old stuff.
Yeah. The next one that it was from a band called The Dangerous Summer. Never heard of them. It's called F Them All.
Yeah.
Interesting, like lyrically, like what he's talking about. It's very simple, but I've wanted to write a song like that before, and it's a hard thing to get across in the right way. And I thought it was pretty cool. The one I do want to highlight though is Against the Current. It's called Weapon in all lowercase to piss off Zach. And it's just a jam. It reminds I'm a sucker for a girl lead singer that can carry that kind of music, which is not easy to do. And it kind of reminded me of Hayley Williams, Paramore situation.
Absolutely sounds like Paramore.
I almost thought for a second that
it's like a little bit heavier though. It feels like it's a little less pop, a little bit more rock.
Less pop.
It's good. It's good. And with as much as I've been going to the gym, I'm looking for songs like that. It's a fun jam to get into. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
Nice.
I actually was up on my roof today with Sarah having lunch, and I put that song on. She's like, "Okay, girl, go ahead."
Yeah,
She's like, "I like this a lot."
Yeah.
So, I mean, Sarah approved, but I really like that song. I remember I think I texted you this week about it. I'm like, yo, kudos to whoever threw on the hard rock and chick.
And I was
song.
also impressed. I thought
Sweet.
like when I looked them up, it was going to be, it's a 3-piece.
Oh, is
Really?
it?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So the lead singer must also play either guitar or bass.
I'm guessing bass,
okay.
which is even more badass.
Got that
Yeah.
Blink,
I'm not
that
guessing, I'm
Blink-182
hoping.
vibe.
I'm hoping. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Mike?
Yeah, I guess I'll round it out. I had 3 like totally different songs. The one that I'm not going to highlight this one, but the funkiest one is "Can't Get You Out of My Head" by the funky ass dude Johnny Goth. His other stuff I've listened to is I think is horrible, or it's just I don't understand it. So I guess this is but this song in
That's the
particular,
PC review. I just don't understand it.
this song that I put on "Can't Get You Out of My Head" is awesome, and it's Josh is absolutely right. It's got like an old time Pixies kind of sound
So
to it.
maybe I was reading into it too much because I do that sometimes with music. But did anybody else feel like the title of the song is a homage to "What's in My Mind" by the Pixies, and then there's like parts of the Pixies song in it?
It's very possible. I didn't give
Okay,
it a
I
deep
just
enough
felt
dive.
that way. I thought I was crazy when I was listening to it. I was like, "Is this Pixies?" But anyway, continue.
Yeah, and then I put on "Heat Waves" by Glass Animals. That was a song I was out like a couple years ago, but I haven't heard it in a while. Yeah,
Jam.
It is a
I dig
jam.
it. And
Every time I hear that song, I know none of you probably know this because I don't think any of you played the most recent game of FIFA, but it's a song featured on FIFA. So it makes me think of playing FIFA every time I hear it.
Okay,
it's like
EA,
every time I play
EA,
Madden,
take my money.
Every time I play
I'll-
Madden, they have all these songs. Yeah, I hear you. They get stuck in your head.
Yep.
The song I want to highlight, I'm going to pull the country card again, is to put on The Ride. This song came out a few months ago by Haley Witters featuring Jordan Davis, who's a pretty popular couple country singers right there. But I think this song is really timely. If you see me looking down, it's because I got a little teleprompter down here. It gives me some notes. This kind of goes through the dump. People were down in the dumps the last 12 months, and the lyrics basically, especially the chorus says, like all you dead end boys and breakdown girls, you think you're running out of pavement. It's like the end is coming, but don't worry. I know how you feel. This is part of life, and things are going to get better. So just go through the ride. So it's pretty cool message, and it's fun. It's not like typical twangy country. So that was my ad.
Nice.
Nice.
Who doesn't like a good duet?
Yeah, and so if anyone's listening to this has any questions, wants to comment on any of the songs we put up, let us know. Friendly Pod on Instagram and friendlypod@gmail.com.
Yeah, and follow those playlists on Spotify for sure.
Yes. Ben is the music czar, so listen to him.
And if you guys want to trash Mike, you can just direct message me if you want.
Totally fine with that. All right.
Excellent.
I will give Mike some shit right now. I do like The Ride, but because of the rest of the population of this week's playlist, I was using it as a gym playlist, and every time that came up, I was like, and I had to.
And I want this to be included in the pod here, So that was the first song added. It's a
Yes, it
playlist
was.
in general,
We went the
so-
wrong way.
so I'm just
You
saying.
tried to set the tone, and we all just said no.
Nope.
Nah,
Nope.
nah, that's that, bro.
Just to give you like a taste of what happened at the gym, this
Oh,
would
go
be the
ahead.
first song that came on. And what I wanted was like, I don't know, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not called a gym playlist. It's a whatever you want playlist. So.
No.
It's true.
I'm just messing with you, Mike.
Cool.
Good ads.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. That's funny. All right. Well, I was really having some difficulty, and the topic I have tonight is something was my first thing I thought of, but I didn't like it, so I kept trying to brainstorm other things. But I want to make a disclaimer. It's not going to get bad, but this topic and the ensuing game are in no way meant to endorse particular politicians, political parties, or political ideologies. This exercise is done for comedic purposes only, and given the legal freedoms provided for comedians like us, all of us, the statements cannot be misconstrued as slander, defamation, or endorsements of a particular politician's potential immoral statements and/or beliefs.
Where did you
Like-
find that?
Okay, hold on.
disclaimer?
Before
the
you
description-
I
go,
wrote that myself.
before you go on, can you please copy and paste that copy and text it to me right now? Because right while you say that, there will be a stock video with your head superimposed typing on a computer.
I feel like you went to like Andrew Santino's podcast website.
Yes.
And, like,
Yeah.
just copy and pasted the disclaimer.
There are a lot of things that I'm going to say that are like I took from the internet from research, but that I wrote myself, which is
No, it's great.
It's really well written.
Really
Great.
could
Yeah.
our all of our asses
feel
there.
lawyer
anyway. It'll
and a
set us up
banker.
for something that's not going to be that bad. That being said, I'm going to give you. We need some time for this, but I'm going to give you 4 politicians. Okay,
Okay.
Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden. Using only the original 150 Pokemon, which one is each of them and why? You can use looks, abilities, strengths, weaknesses, battle
This is
cries,
great.
whatever as rationale.
Oh,
There you
man.
go.
Oh,
What was the 4? I have Mitch, Ted, Joe, and who?
Bernie.
Bernie.
Bernie?
Now,
Right.
it's unfair because I will give you mine at the end, but because I had time to actually think.
Well, do you do you want this to be quick fire? Or do you want us to think about it? 'Cause just I think you should just throw out a name and then like we should just give you our
Yeah.
knee jerk reaction.
That could be this. It's a lot of things to think about. I mean,
Yeah.
I wanted you to think about it, but I think we don't have a week to do it. We have a couple minutes, so
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
I'm
Right.
starting with Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. All right, Mitch McConnell.
Whoever wants
Eradicate.
to withdraw, eradicate.
Steve Y.
I just saw a picture of Eradicate, and he looks angry for no reason.
I know exactly what mine is. The
Okay.
press. The press.
Okay.
The
Okay.
little the whale
Now,
guy.
I want you to remember what you. This is where the pencil might come in handy. Remember what you said for each one too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Because I won't.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe that I'm going to be the first one to say this, but Mitch McConnell is clearly War Turtle
Okay.
because
Okay.
he is a living embodiment of a turtle, and everywhere
That's so accurate, actually.
there's pictures of him being compared to a turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair.
The
That's
internet
fair.
is abound of this stuff. Surprisingly, I came up with this idea on my own, but then Googled it and was like, "Oh my god, people have already done this."
yeah.
How many of them were Mitch McConnell as War Turtle?
That came up a few times.
I think for me, Mitch McConnell is definitely like I think for whatever reason I imagine Hypno, right? Because I just think like he hypnotizes the masses, and he has like I just Hypno's the first thing that came to my mind.
I think with quickfire like this, it's better because we won't have time and our answers won't overlap as much. Do you want me to go through mine for Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think?
So understood. I did some research. Okay, so there's some there's some Bulbapedia in here.
Oh snap!
But Mitch McConnell is muck. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Here it is. According to research, Muck is a large, sticky, amorphous Pokemon made of a living purple mass of sludge, toxic fluids, and other filthy materials, like Mitch and his chin.
But so how do you feel about Mitch McConnell?
He has an enormous mouth with a great tongue and strands of ooze connecting its top and bottom jaws. Again, just like Mitch. Okay? Like Mitch, Muck is a living biohazard, leaking toxins that instantly kill all plant life it touches. In fact, just being near him can cause you to easily wilt and die. Furthermore, extreme caution is advised in avoiding any contact with him. Even accidental brush-ups can lead to severe sickness. The effects of Muck/Mitch can leave landscapes completely barren for several years. He does appear often in heavily littered residential areas where trash is thrown about in the streets, and he will consume pretty much any refuse generated by people. The good thing by him being Muck is that his population has been declining due to recent environmental improvement and extermination efforts by the left, which has led some to believe that Muck/Mitch will go extinct in the near future. However, the right is attempting to build sludge ponds to prevent its extinction.
Oh my God!
Drain the swamp, bro. Drain the swamp.
That's so good. Yeah, that's how this has to work. We do like off the cuff, and then you give your full explanation.
You give your actual answer.
Yeah.
Also,
your research paper that you wrote.
That's the longest description, so it'll get quicker.
Okay, for everyone that can't see it, Zach also shared a official Amazon Turtle Mitch McConnell T-shirt to prove that he is in fact right.
Oh man, I gotta put that picture on there. Timestamp me.
Where'd you put that?
It's in the chat.
Oh,
it's sort of just a picture of a turtle with a horribly photoshopped Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
That's what makes it good.
It's true. I think that is more accurate in the sense that because you can pull his head in and out of the shell.
So let's jump across the aisle, Mike. Which one of the two Dems do you want to?
But let's go to Bernie, another senator.
All right.
All right. I got Bernie.
What do you think?
Psyduck. Because he looks like he's super ineffective, but when he freaks out and wants to get stuff done, kind of pops off. He's also the most lovable of all the characters.
Kind of pops off.
Well,
so, like,
Steve, that's Steve's
if
Pokemon.
Any of these Pokemon are going to wear mittens, it's going to be Psyduck, really, if you think about it.
All right.
That's my gut reaction.
Okay.
I got mine. So
I like it, Steve.
For me, Bernie Sanders is Jigglypuff. And he's Jigglypuff because he sings his song quite loudly. And people honestly like to listen. But then they also like hate him and try to push him away all the time because he sings this beautiful song that people aren't ready to hear yet.
Fair.
I don't know.
I dig that.
That's good. There's no wrong answer.
That was good.
Interesting. That reasoning. I don't have a really good answer for this, but based on what Ben just said, I'm going to say...
If you say Wigglytuff,
No, I'm going to say Zubat. Because
he's annoying and everywhere?
Because he's annoying and everywhere, and because...
and he lives in a cave.
He lives in a cave. And if you ever try to run like blindly through that cave, then all you're going to hear is Bernie-isms.
Yep.
Supersonic, as we call it.
There are not enough repels for that experience.
Yeah, I'm always on Reddit, so I feel like, especially during like heavy politics seasons, the only fucking thing you can hear is like Bernie Sanders this, Bernie Sanders that, and it's like I'm envisioning like that shitty echo chamber cave in the first Pokemon game.
Rock Tunnel?
Yeah,
or Mount Moon.
All Zubat, baby.
Mount Moon.
Yeah.
I am going to go Sandslash because he's kind of like curls into a ball, like he was in his seat at the inauguration, and it lives in the ground or a cave kind of deal thing. Okay. That's kind of where my head was going. But other than that, I can't really think of a physical character for a Pokemon standpoint, which is what I'm trying to do.
I just thought of this, Mike, and maybe this is your answer, but did you go with Mr. Mime because he has gloves on?
So
Oh my God, that's so good.
I didn't. I may have missed an opportunity. Mr. Mime has floated in. Has been a thought for at least one of these four for me.
Okay, good to
But
know.
it's not on my list for any of them. But that's really good.
But who is Bernie then?
Well, hey, I'm not the law here, but unfortunately for us, I chose Psyduck as well.
Wow, Steve.
Nailed it.
So here's a description, if you're down for this, okay? All right. With just 3 thick strands of hair in his head and eyes that seem vacant, Psyduck has a somewhat painful and unpleasant appearance. He's constantly stunned by his headaches and is typically unable to think very clearly, much like Bernie during his rantings. He usually just stands or sits with his legs crossed, immobile, simply trying to calm his headache. And when tension in his headaches become too severe, he releases the tension in the form of ferociously strong psychic powers and unintelligible rants. The psychic powers resemble the brainwaves of someone who is sleeping, so he is unable to recall any of these episodes and remains confused as to what even happened. Bernie Sanders. That's Psyduck.
Awesome. Well done.
Nice. Love it.
All right, well, then Ted Cruz, okay?
Ted
This
Cruz
is like-
did
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Oh,
Zach,
had somebody else.
Tell us about it.
Because Ted Cruz says all kinds of shit negative about Trump, and then as soon as Trump's in office, Ted Cruz is like, "That's my boy. You can make fun of my family all you want. I don't care. I support you."
So he just imitates?
Yeah,
He is Ditto. He just becomes, but he's like that bad Ditto that like can't imitate faces.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He can
Okay.
only imitate large midsections.
right.
It's just blur on the face.
All right. Oh snap! Your Ditto explanation totally. No. So I think that Ted Cruz is Geodude, and I think that he's Geodude because he thinks he's really tough, right? And he's got these big muscles, and he says "dude" all the time. But the reality is,
Does Ted Cruz have big muscles?
no.
Hell
but
yeah.
But it has like a great beard. Now.
Political muscle.
But if for example a hurricane hits your state, all of a sudden you're moving to Texas real quick, or like some kind of other natural disaster, you're out of Texas, you're moving to Mexico real quick on a vacation with your daughter. Yeah, dude, weak against water, dude. Weak against grass, weak against water.
We against
Geo,
ice
dude.
types.
This
Geo,
Fair.
dude.
weaknesses and strengths are fair in this conversation.
That's fair. I went with Metapod because
Harden.
he's everywhere.
Nose?
Harden.
Right. He's hardened because he just doesn't budge on things that don't make sense. When you find him, he's either has zero capability in some stances, or he has capabilities that he just shouldn't in general, and it doesn't make any sense. And his biggest thing is that he just doesn't move. Like, he doesn't go anywhere or do anything. He just is. And you're like, you're a second evolve. You should have more power than this, or at least you should be able to wield it better, and you just don't.
If Ted Cruz is Metapod, it gives me hope though, because then he can become a Butterfree.
Butterfree.
Yeah, but
Butterfly.
Butterfree's only good to a point. Like, later in the game, not that useful.
Yeah, later
You
in the
clearly-
game, we're gonna have to get rid of Ted Cruz.
You clearly didn't rock Butterfree in Elite Four like I did.
I wanted to go Hypno.
You can go Hypno.
You kind of looks
but we
like
already
him
used
now.
Hypno. It looks just like him, so
It
I
looks
wanted to go
like
Hypno. But after listening to Zach's explanation, I'm going to transition to Meowth, because as we
that's
all
not
know
bad.
in the show, Meowth is a little baby bitch that just always backs Team Rocket, and then if like needs to go like blend in with someone else that he doesn't completely agree with, he just does that too. And I'm sure if Meowth had no power due to a snowstorm, also would have went out of the country and left his whole state to rot, because Meowth is a little cuck boy.
Oh my god,
All right.
that's good.
All right, Mike. What's the
All right,
real
Mike.
answer?
What
Well,
we got?
Less of an appearance, more of behavior. All right, so Ted Cruz is lick a tongue.
Look at
I'll explain why. Again, these are all my own answers. This is why there was a disclaimer in the beginning, okay? Because this is wild, okay? Now we're zooming in on me. Lickitung's tongue is twice as long as his body, indicating that he can spew lies, nonsense, and misinformation at a rate and magnitude unmatched by any other poketician. That's what I'm calling him.
Poketician.
Magnitude? Nice. I like that.
Magnitude. Oh, I see what you did there.
Thought you went with a pun.
His tongue is coated in a sticky, smelly saliva, which causes a tingling, paralyzing sensation when touched, and causes rashes if not immediately cleaned off. Lickitung/Ted refuses to take a conventional shower, and since his tongue is so long, he can lick himself clean, sack, crack, and all. His supporters love this self-sufficiency. They like it because it shows, entrepreneurial spirit and a made in the USA characteristic, which makes no sense to me, but they love it. But it is questionable if his saliva is even clean in the first place, since whenever he cleans an object, that object retains a potent, lingering smell that's impossible to get rid of.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Nice.
I stand for no position. You cannot tell what political ideology
here's the thing, though. I really thought that Joe Biden was Lickitung, but I'm not going to pick it now. But I thought because of the way he likes to hang around people behind them and smell them, that kind of gave me a Lickitung vibe. But I see now Lickitung is too physical. Really?
Right.
Yes.
Joe Biden.
He's too physical.
Lickitung could
Lickitung-
probably make it up some steps.
Lickitung literally does everything with his tongue, just touches everybody.
Right.
Ben just perfectly made my argument for which Pokemon Joe Biden is.
Well, that's where we are next. So
Whoopsies.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, Zach.
Kick
What
it
do you
off.
think
Yeah.
Joe
You
Biden
already
is?
got it.
Joe Biden is Haunter.
For the same reason.
Sorry.
No, he's Haunter because Haunter is the only Pokemon I know of that has like those creepy ass hands that are like super predominant. He just kind of looks like someone creeping up for like a back rub.
Yep.
Wow.
And he just kind of terrorizes. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and he's also like the ghost of a better president.
All right.
Nice.
I've got two answers. I've got like the pessimistic and the optimistic answer. So I'm gonna offer both because I can't decide, and I'm a POS. So my pessimistic answer is Chansey. Biden is Chansey because Biden has a bajillion health. The dude just like has survived every terrible thing that should have been a setback. That he should never made it to president because he's been in politics forever. The dude, but he doesn't also punch anyone, right? Like he has no attack power. It's just pure health. He has an egg in his pouch. Every time he like eats that egg, it restores his health. Like that's just who he is. The positive
egg.
The positive happy answer though that I want to be hopeful about is he's Eevee. He's Eevee because
okay.
he can become anything you need. All right, he's bland, he's boring, he doesn't really have any whatever, but he can become whatever you need.
And we voted for the opportunity of what he could be versus what he actually is.
Exactly, that's why you pick Eevee.
Whatever you need, V.
Damn it, Ben, because
Yes,
in my
I stole
brain,
Steve's.
I was like, I'm kind of, between like Ditto and Eevee. Like Ditto, you don't like when you're voting for him, it seemed like he was progressive to the progressives and conservative to the conservatives, and you weren't really sure what his actual viewpoints were. And so far, we still don't really know what his true form is, kind of. And then I was like, Eevee, because he could be any of these, like more progressive, more conservative, whatever. Just kind of depends on the day. But then I'm realizing now that I'm going to go with Diglett. Diglett. Because he's not super potent, but he, like, when anything happens, like, he just burrows his head in the ground and goes away for a little while and doesn't, like, play into anything. Like, Obama put himself into, like, the social culture a little bit and, like, commented on things a lot. I mean, Trump did this all of the time. And now with all like the craziness that's happening in society, you don't see him do anything. He's just like, I'm going to govern now. And they're like, well, what about all the crazy shootings and blah, blah, blah. He's just like, I got governing to do. And he like puts his head in the sand, and like the Republicans are trying to attack him on a million different things. And he's just like, they're like, are you going to move? Where'd you go? And just burrows down.
That Biden just went to Atlanta and denounced all of that stuff.
Okay, fair point. But just like in general, he doesn't really take a stance on much.
Pokemon.
And so he puts himself into the ground for a little while. I don't know. Both my first options were for him that I wrote down immediately were taken.
Digwett's a good one.
I think Digwett's a good answer.
And there's a pretty haunting image on the internet of
what Digwett looks like underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Doug Trio.
Doug Trio is a haunting.
Yeah, the Doug Trio image is hilarious.
Maybe we'll post that on Instagram. Except Photoshop shittily Joe Biden over one of.
Yes.
Josh.
I'm going to go with, this is a tough one because like I feel like the obvious one, like Sleepy Joe, go with like Drowsy or like Snorlax or something like that. But I'm going to go with Cubone.
Because his mom died?
Oh, man.
No.
No, Cubone, he wears a helmet made of bone because he needs to protect himself from the fact that he's got tiny short legs and can't get upstairs and nobody will stop making memes about him. And I don't know. This one's a tough one. I feel like they call Cubone's a lonely Pokemon, kind of keeps to himself.
Yeah.
Unless he needs to do something.
Yep.
But when he does something, Cubone can be a pretty good Pokemon.
This is good.
Before Mike goes, I have a Gen 2 Pokemon that Joe Biden actually is.
Sure.
Is it the little fire one?
No. Joe Biden is Wobbuffet.
I need to look this up.
Yeah, dude. Wobbuffet
Wobbuffet's not original 150.
That's what I said. He's a Gen 2. He's a Gen 2, but Wobbuffet doesn't know any attack moves. Wobbuffet literally only knows Mirror Coat, but he just like sits there and he just kind of reflects everything back at you. He's kind of like a punching bag, right? I mean,
he looks like a punching bag.
Joe Biden is Wobbuffet.
No. Right. I think this one was difficult, and I don't stand by mine being the right answer here because all of yours were interesting. I chose Slowpoke. So much like Psyduck, Slowpoke has vacant eyes that never really seem focused. He has notoriously dim intellect and often forgets what he was doing.
Sleepy Joe.
Takes him a fairly long time to respond to outside stimuli. In many cases, it will take him up to 5 seconds to process pain. And in some cases, it will take him an entire day to realize his tail has been bitten. This slow reaction time has concerned many on the right and has driven some to call for inquiries into Joe Poke's true mental acuity.
Joe Poke. Funny.
That's very good.
Funny, Mike. Mike, that's good.
So what I wanted to do is I don't know, there's a lot of time left, but I wanted you all to pick one Republican, one Democrat Pokemon, and put them together head to head and tell me who would win. That might take too long, but if you got a quick answer.
What do you mean by that?
I feel like Haunter will beat all the Pokemon we listed.
So Steve, you chose 4.
Right.
But you could put one of your Democrats against one of your Republicans and tell me who would win. Now, this might be a scripted answer because you're probably going to feel an answer with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Cruz as Ditto versus Joe Biden as Haunter would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Because they're both going to be super effective against each other, right?
Ditto, normal attacks can't hit ghosts, right?
Yeah, but all he knows is transform. So once he's
going to transform to Haunter, and then they will be super effective. Yes, you're right.
So it's probably gonna be Joe Biden because he's gonna get the first attack off.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
That's fair. I think that's fair. I would go Psyduck versus Metapod and then just watch the time run out on the Senate floor and nothing would happen.
I like that answer.
Yes.
There you go.
To be honest, like that's exactly what would happen.
I mean, like I'm imagining like a Chansey versus a Geodude, right? And it'll just be this, like Geodude will just keep punching, and you'll think like, oh, Chansey's gonna die at some point, right? And then like Chansey will just never die.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't remember. Chansey has that much health.
A lot of health.
Oh, absolute tank, dude. Absolute tank.
Josh
I gotta
doing his
look this up.
For
research.
sure.
Well, no, I didn't. I'll give you mine because while Josh does this,
Sure.
I wanted to put it's mine was simple. You know what I'm going to say. I'm putting Mitch Muck versus Psyduck Bernie. I mean, Psyduck's got his some psychic abilities, so he can anticipate and deflect Muck's attempts at poisoning America. Okay, so Muck ultimately fails Psyduck due to the psychic attacks, which are super effective against Muck.
Muck dies and Psyduck explodes. And nothing's changed.
Psyduck just has a
Nothing-
headache still.
and nothing has changed.
Right.
Yeah.
And Muck State remains 48th in terms of poverty. So he gives himself a raise.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Well,
Josh, what you got?
That's a good topic. I don't have one. I
you
don't
don't
know.
have to.
I don't have.
You don't have
I don't have enough knowledge of the Pokemon at this point that I would be able to put two together that would work. Like that would be interesting.
Yeah.
It's all right. I just figured I wanted
Yeah.
to give you the opportunity before we moved on.
Yeah.
Well,
And now everyone in the internet can make fun of you for not knowing more about Pokemon.
Yeah. Bring it on. Send us
Or-
a message.
Or
Josh-
alternately make fun of all of us for knowing so much about
Yeah, and then not saying any out of Gen 1 Pokemon at all without a prior, qualifier saying you were going to.
Right.
Josh, your non-answer is actually a good characterization of America. It's just deadlocked. There's no, you can't come up with anything because it's just like
I
stuck where it
am
is.
the median American, apparently. Thank you, Mike, for that
Nice.
great
Great
thing.
transition.
Hey, Josh, you're average.
Well, to figure out if you're average or not,
It's average.
I have a game.
Okay.
Okay, and we're just gonna roll kind of. It's a nice little segue here. It's not Pokemon, but I'm gonna do for you guys. I want to keep a little score here. I got 13 quotes. I'm gonna roll through them fast. You got to tell me who said it: Donald Trump or Joe Biden.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Can you tell the difference? All right. Are you
So wait,
ready?
Do we
You're
not
all
ready.
have to answer?
Is there
Or
going to be
Sure.
group voting instead
No.
of going one by one?
Do you want group voting? I mean, how are we gonna score it?
my question: Are you going per person? Each person gets a different quote.
No. Okay. So, hey, it's first time riding a bike. I'm just figuring it out. So,
It's all
I
good.
ask the question. Everyone's gonna have the same question. I ask the question. You come up with it. I'll just ask you around the circle here real quick.
Okay.
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 Coin flip. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Hold on one
Yeah.
second.
Don't Google it.
All right. It wouldn't let me name everybody, but this way we can keep count.
Wow.
Ooh.
This is nice. All right.
19-3.
I like that Josh and I have names.
Yeah, I feel
So-
bad. I'll just do.
No. It's okay.
No, I like it better.
No.
No, it's fine.
Who's gonna really dominate and
I can
Dodge.
type. I
who
can
is
type.
merely
Okay.
Team 3 and Team 4.
So here's the first one. You guys ready?
Yes,
Damn it.
ready.
Yes.
All right. This is the first quote. All right. I promise you, you're going to see the single most important thing that changes America. We're going to cure cancer.
And
Who
this
goes
is
first?
Biden or Trump?
Biden or
those,
Trump?
one of those two.
Who
why would
who
I-
wants to
All
go
right.
first? I don't
What
want
order are we going in? I think we
Well,
should go Josh, Ben.
Yeah, Steve.
But you
Zach.
can't tell us the answer until we get through.
I will not tell you.
I'm going to go Trump.
I'm going Biden.
I'm going Biden.
Trump.
All right. It
It's
was
a crazy.
Biden
Really? That's a crazy thing to say.
at a campaign event in Iowa in June 2019.
Yep.
All right. I'm just going to keep rattling through here.
Shit, that makes me team 4.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, I stopped in Singapore to meet with a guy named Lee Kuan Yew, who most foreign policy experts around the world say is the wisest man in the Orient. Trump or Biden?
Sick.
Trump.
Ben.
Biden.
Biden wouldn't have said Orient.
Trump.
Trump.
It's Biden.
What the?
So I have some detail on some of these. That Biden used this outdated term for Asia when referring to the former Prime Minister of Singapore during a rally in 2014. Not, again, don't endorse those use of those words, but that's what these people have said.
Yeah.
So Ben was the only one with a point there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, look, Ben's gonna win anyway. Number 3. From Phoenix to Flagstaff, from Mesa to Yuma to the Red Rocks of Sedona, this great state was settled by some of the toughest men and toughest and most beautiful women ever to walk the face of the earth.
Trump.
See, I have a hard time with this because you named a lot of places, and I don't think that Trump has the capabilities to name all those places.
Unless he has got golf courses.
But then you described people as being beautiful, which makes me. I'm going to go Trump too.
Trump for me as well.
I'm never going to make up the difference if I agree with you guys. So Biden.
You're not gonna make it up if you're wrong either. Trump.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little baffled by that.
Nailed it.
Places that he mentioned because I didn't think he had it in him to say that many. But the beautiful women thing.
I hope at one point you talk about
Got it.
how he thought Kansas City was in Kansas.
Oh well, we don't have that on here.
Yeah,
but
right.
that's beautiful. All right, number
That is a good
4.
one. Yeah.
Number 4. It's packed outside, as you'll be able to see, but they've never seen crowds like this over here. Biden or Trump?
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, that sounds like Trump, man.
I'll go Trump as well.
Yeah, it's Trump. Everybody got it. All right.
Nailed
Number
it.
5. Number
We're
5.
on the board.
Number 5. All right. I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do. I suspect. I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Trump.
Biden.
I'm gonna.
Trump.
Also Trump.
It's Biden.
Whoa.
Is my delivery not good? I'm trying not to emulate the person because Trump's very easy to emulate. So I'm just kind of talking.
That was Biden.
He made those remarks responding to a question about his academic record when he was campaigning
A long
back in
time ago.
1987.
Yep. Trump used that in a campaign commercial this year
Gotcha.
to
Right.
prove that Biden wasn't capable of being a good leader.
That had some Trump vibes to it.
Oh, for
It did.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Trump said something almost exactly the same as that.
Yes. Well, just you wait. Okay. All right. Next one, number 6. I'm not sorry for anything that I've ever done. I have never been disrespectful intentionally to a man or a woman. Biden or Trump?
Biden.
Trump.
Biden.
I'll switch it up and go Biden here.
It is Biden.
Whoa.
Who answered Biden on that one?
Everyone but
Everyone but me.
Made it in a speech in coming after a
I
speech
said
in
Trump.
Washington, April 2019. Did you,
You
say
said-
Trump?
I said Trump.
Oh,
I swear you said Biden.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think so. Did I? Maybe I'm losing
I
my
mean,
mind.
I'll take your word for it, but
all right. We got plenty
Either way,
of.
I meant Trump.
Unfortunately, I
so-
can't rewind the tape here, but if that is the case, then I'll just do something in post.
no.
It's all right. He's still going to lose.
There's plenty of time here. All right.
I shouldn't get the point if I forget that quickly anyway, to be honest. So
You like Psyduck.
Yeah, but you had COVID.
It's true.
I'm still, yeah, whatever.
All right.
And you have that mustache.
So I keep all the rest of my smarts.
Yep. All right, Steve. I punched my music teacher because I didn't think he knew anything about music, and I almost got expelled. I'm not proud of that, but it's clear evidence that even early on I had a tendency to stand up and make my opinions known in a very forceful way. Biden or Trump?
Biden, baby.
I vote Biden too.
Trump.
I'm going to go with Biden.
It is Trump, all right?
Ah,
It's from this one's funny. It's from his 1987 book, The Art of the Deal, saying he was a very assertive, aggressive kid. And then he was interviewed a couple years ago by WAPO, Washington Post, and he downplayed the incident, saying, When you're that age, nobody punches very hard. Anyway.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
All right.
Whatever. Yeah.
How many
Zach's,
questions?
Zach's back in the
Still
race
wide
here.
open. All
How many
right.
questions are we through, and how many questions are
We
left?
got we're on question 8.
Okay.
We go to 13. You know, I'm always a little superfluous.
All right.
Superfluous?
Mhm.
Verbose. All right, I cannot believe that a Frenchman visiting Kiev went back home and didn't say he discovered the most beautiful woman in the world. That's my observation. It's certain you have so many beautiful women. Biden or Trump?
I feel like this is a trick.
I got to go Trump.
You have to go Trump.
Then it's Biden.
I'm going Biden as well.
Yeah, it's Biden. So he was speaking with Ukraine's president in 2009. I get what the story was that he was overheard by a reporter while drinking Coca-Colas in the back of a pub. So whatever. Hot
So-
mic.
Why
He
is
doesn't
he
even have the
drinking Coca-Cola in the back of a
I don't
pub?
know.
That's the weirdest part about that whole thing.
And it was warm. It was
Can't
hot
trust him.
Coca-Cola.
Can't trust
Yeah, it
him.
was warm Coca-Cola
Warm.
out of a cask that they had to
Yeah.
pump.
Yeah.
Falling apart here.
They're still in the lead. All right, here comes. Here's your chance. Number 9. The press always asks me. Don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish. Biden or Trump?
Trump.
Trump.
Ooh. Biden.
Biden.
It's Biden. Said it while campaigning for Hillary in 2016.
Yeah.
Get good, Ben.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh,
All right,
no.
number 10. We got 4
Look at
left.
this.
Home stretch here. 10. I guess we'll have to compare IQ tests, and I can tell you who's going to win. Biden or Trump?
Trump.
Trump this time.
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, it's Trump. That's the one that everyone was thinking of. That was an interview in 2017. He's responding to reports, which he calls fake news, of course, that Rex Tillerson called him a moron after a meeting. And that was his response.
Okay, classic.
All right. Number 11. Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody. Nobody has more respect. Biden or Trump?
Sorry, I just saw.
Trump.
I've never seen that Doug Trio picture. I just clicked the link in the chat. Oh my goodness, what is that? Oh,
Biden.
You're what?
Biden.
Trump?
All right, it's Trump. He even said this. I remember seeing this. Ben, I think I might have even been with you at your old house before he was debating Hillary in 2016. That was his response to some criticism from her. So,
Ben, what was your answer for that?
Yeah, I got it right.
Okay, there we go.
all right, last 2.
boy.
Number 12. It's close. What I'm trying to do is go around from town to town, and I'm drawing as big of crowds, bigger than anybody. Have you seen anybody draw bigger crowds than me here in this state?
Trump.
Biden or Trump?
It's got to be Trump.
Biden?
Trump.
Ben?
Trump.
It's Biden.
What?
Yeah, I was. Well, hey, this is from a reputable source. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's from Bloomberg, so I'll just say it.
No, I got it wrong.
Yeah. Only
Oh.
it should just be Steve.
Oh my bad.
Just me.
Wow.
Mhm.
Final question.
We will come up with the cures to many, many problems, to many, many diseases, including cancer. Biden or Trump?
Who was
Well-
the first one that was about cancer?
First one was
The first
Biden.
one was Biden about cancer.
So I guess this one's Trump.
Biden.
I need final answers from people. So we got Biden. Steve, did you say Trump?
Trump.
Trump.
Biden.
It's Trump. Donald Trump.
Damn it.
Ben fell apart so hard.
Ben
I
fell
did
apart.
So
Ben fell apart.
I got 2 in my head there with that last one.
So-
'Cause I was like, there's no way Mike can add the same question, the same ish quote.
yeah, I made that one the last question, the other one the first question. It's like a classic survey where they ask you the same question like 6 times.
The classic overthink.
Look at
wow,
Steve
warm up
fanning himself
Heat
down.
right?
Congratulations.
It's a little
Jeez.
warm in here.
You know,
oh boy,
It's a little unfortunate I get to do my
being at
tiebreaker.
the top. What?
Do your tiebreaker anyway. It's for 2 points.
Yeah. Oh
For
yeah,
2
make it 2
points.
points. Make
For
it
2
interesting.
points.
Wait, no. It was supposed to be like a head-to-head kind of thing, not like 4 people.
All right, then head to head.
Who's the highest scorers here?
Me and Ben.
Yep.
Oh, okay. For 2
Make it
points.
worth 2.
So this really decides the winner. You need a
Okay.
piece of paper, okay?
Oh,
All right.
This isn't a question. This is entirely subjective.
excellent.
It's even better.
Already into it.
A piece of
Perfect.
paper, okay, and maybe with like a sturdy surface underneath of it,
Oh,
because
All right.
we're gonna make you hold it over your head and draw something.
oh. Okay,
Uh-oh.
I gotta get a piece
Shit.
of paper.
So like if I have a sticky notepad, so you're gonna do this?
Well, no, you don't have to show us necessarily. Just whatever's makes it easy for you to draw, because then you're gonna. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then you're gonna show it to us when the time is
Right.
up.
I have a little notepad.
Do you have a hard surface?
My head.
So what are we
Okay.
doing, Mike?
Really help
Ben,
it prepare
can
you.
you whatever way is easy for you to draw. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw something. I'm gonna tell you what it is in a second here, and you're gonna show it to us, and we're going to vote on what we think is the best one.
Okay.
Okay.
Deal.
But you only have 15 seconds to do it.
Okay. And wait, so we're drawing on the top of our head.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't see it. All right.
Right.
So you have 15 seconds
Sure.
to draw a duck, starting now.
A duck?
Yeah, that's
3, 2, 1.
All right.
No idea what that looks like.
All
Me
right.
neither.
Holy smokes.
Well, I already know who won. So
Talk about picking the right song, because that was 15 seconds on the dot, and it was about to
that
turn
was
around.
awesome. That was awesome. All right. What do we? Let's get how do we get them on the screen bigger?
Oh, my bad. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's look at Steve first.
All right.
Yeah. See. Let's see. Oh, I can't see
Hold
shit.
on.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, your pen stopped working. I could
That
My
see.
pen stopped working.
That was,
Yeah.
oh, I was going to say, because that
That-
was like a real scared guy trying to draw a duck there.
Yeah.
It was going to
yeah.
be good. I can
Lines
see
on
the
there.
indentations,
Wow.
though.
I have
Oh,
to
don't give me
factor
credit
in
for
the.
indentations.
No.
Dang it.
Okay.
I mean,
Stupid
pen.
whatever. Pete.
Mine could look awful anyway.
Let's see, Ben.
Wait. Oh, dude. Dude, I
I
absolutely
duck, I'm not
killed
gonna
it.
lie.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, man, I
like-
love it.
Knuckles and balls.
feel like I
back.
got-
I don't know what that is.
I got to turn my head.
Somebody frame this.
Oh God. Well,
That's so good.
I didn't want
You
to full
lost control
responsibility.
of
Come on.
scale there.
I want it to be a joint decision between me, Josh, and Zach here.
I mean, there's
Ooh.
more on Ben's pad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Ben drew a complete image, I think, in his mind. If you shake it
mine?
around, it would come together.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
how
play
can you
devil's
not
advocate
argue?
here? Steve actually drew something resembling duck feet.
If
Wait, you don't
If-
think that looks like a duck foot?
it's a fair point.
So do you know how like ducks and geese like put their heads underneath their wings to like get the wax their bills? That's what's
what it
happening
really
here.
looks
You
like.
see that? You see that long neck?
Steve,
It's
did
going
you just
underneath
edit your
one of the
picture
wings.
Post-mortem?
Well, I traced the indentations.
Mm.
Let's take a look at Steve's again.
That looks like a chickadee.
So here's the thing. Steve.
You're right. I got the wrong bird.
Steve looks most accurate, but he also cheated, so he's disqualified. Ben wins.
Yes. Hooray, Ben!
God,
Yes,
game was
Ben.
rigged.
Definitely wasn't rigged.
Woo!
that was such a
I'd
dog
like
shit
to
duck.
thank all the people in my life that supported me. I'd like to thank my wife. I'd like to thank Miles. I'd like to thank this empty beer glass for the beer that you provided me to get me to draw this.
Nice.
You're
That was
welcome.
good.
Well, friends, thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard or you hated what you heard and saw, please hit us up on Instagram at friendlypod. Our email, which I really don't want to check if you write something mean, is friendlypod@gmail.com. And check out the playlist on Spotify, Friendly Finds, all with PHs. Ben is our host for the next episode, and that's going to be a
Winner,
blast.
winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. I might even shave my beard for that episode. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.